The Slayer's path was filled with the blood and suffering of those that had wronged him, and his vengeance knew no end. But in the Great One's rage, he set forth a terrible imbalance in the union between darkness and light. And the seas boiled as the heavens shook with the screams of the devils that now walk unfettered in the holy land of Erdak. It is for the Slayer now to breathe life again to the all-knowing Creator, for he alone can seal the void once again. And you will crush our enemies and cast down those who lead us astray.
The DLC picks up directly where the base game ended. The developers made the game even harder, so I wouldn't recommend playing the DLC if you haven't completed the base game. With the Icon of Sin's death, the invasion has been stopped, but due to the Slayer's actions, the demons have unlimited access to all dimensions and threaten all of creation. The only being who can stop this is the Seraphim, who gave the Doomslayer his power.
Yes, the key to the Seraphim's chamber. Now, we work to resurrect the only ones who can save this world and its people.
Warning, the Seraphim's chamber key has been removed. The Slayer has the key. This facility will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Skip it up and down.
The DLC introduces new features. When you complete 2 secret encounters, instead of receiving weapon points, you'll receive a Slayer skin. Also, if you complete the Slayer Gate, you can choose out of 3 new runes. You can retake extra life from a demon, destroying a weak point stuns enemies for a few seconds. Blood Punch deals double damage when on low health. It also introduces the turret, which is garbage, since you need to shoot it twice to kill it, but it gives you some ammo in return. Hayden later reveals that the Seraphim's body is stored in an underwater facility and that the UAC had his body even before the Slayer appeared. With the release of the Ancient Gods Part 2, some parts of the DLC were nerfed to make it easier, but it have stated that they will be reverting to nerfs. The Doom community is the first community I have ever seen complain about the game being patched to be easier. The Slayer approaches the Seraphim's body and Hayden transfers himself into the body, confirming that he and the Seraphim are the same person.
Dr. Hayden is the Seraphim.
I am sorry. There's no need
You
for
need to see this because he's not well. Something is happening and nobody here knows what's wrong with him.
Well, we don't know yet.
He reveals that due to him being alive for more than 1,000 years, which is a maker's lifespan, is undergoing fast transfiguration. He tasks the Slayer with retrieving the soul sphere of the only person who can fix the Erdak's holy seal, the Father. The blood swamps resemble old structures, indicating that people used to live here. This is supporting the codexes, where it tells the tale of Imora. I confused Jekad and Imora. Jekad became Hell, and Imora was its capital. The Father created the first world, known as Imora, and when he rested, Erdak sprung from him. He then created the first primeval, which is a Doom equivalent of a god called Deval. Imora's people thrived under the watch of Deval, and created technological marvels with which even the Father was impressed. But Deval found mortality a curse, and directed his people to find the answer to this problem. The Father foresaw that Deval would one day threaten all of his creations, so he sealed off Imora with Deval in it. Deval grew furious, thinking that his creator abandoned him, and wanted vengeance. With his hatred, he twisted his realm, and you can probably guess what Imora is called now. Blood Swamps was where Imora's people worshipped the Father, but now is an infested swamp with decaying bodies. The Father's sphere is located in the Ingmore Sanctum, which was the workplace of the Father where he created his realms, and now serves as a mausoleum of gods. To gain passage to the Sanctum, a being needs to complete the trial of Maligo. If you didn't like the tentacles in the base game, then I've got a big surprise for you. The level also introduces the Spirit, a dead summoner from Doom 2016, which refused to die and now acquired a new life. It possesses other demons, buffing them, and reduces their received damage from weapons, and they cannot be stunned. The spirits can only be killed with the microwave beam mod for the plasma rifle. The Slayer completes both trials, while making way through council structures, and received 2 pieces of a medallion from Sentinel ghosts who try to complete the trials but obviously fail. The final part of the trial is starting. You must punch the medallion into the shield protecting the sculpture that can take you to the Sanctum. And don't think we're just gonna teleport there.
dying. Help me.
You feel you are prepared now for this.
This is the Dark Lord's life sphere. He'll take physical form if you do this.
Everyone, evacuate now!
Assuming you want to use that orb to go to Urdak, right?
This is an emergency. Please evacuate the facility now.
So long as you have a life sphere, you can get through to Urdak. Your portal signature will read like you're one of them. Listen, whatever we do, I'm in. You want to wake the devil not so you can help the demons, it's so you can kill their leader once he's taken physical form, and that'll destroy all of them, for good, right? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. I just want to be part of this. I mean, we're about to save the world. Dark Lord has only ever been written about. He's like a decillion years old and hasn't actually even been conjured into any kind of physical form for that long. Nobody even knows what he looks like. So, like I said, I'm in.
Portal coordinates set for Urdak in the 6th region of the Equestrian Holt.
All right, ready for launch, Doom Guy. I'm sorry.
Urdak is now completely corrupted. Most makers' minds were shattered by the Icon's will and were transferred into the demons known as Bloodmakers. They cannot be damaged when they have their shields up, so you need to wait for them to attack you with their spears, and a quick headshot should do the trick. Any being can be resurrected in the Luminarium, which is a sacred place where no blood can be spilled. Of course, if you remember, we left Vega in Urdak.
The demons now move freely through this world. Without the Crown Maker, and since the awakening of the Icon of Sin here, the seal has been broken.
Vega restored his identity, but doesn't remember anything he did when he was in the physical realm, and lacks a certain control of the Urdak systems, which would enable him to reseal the void and stop the demons. But with the Slur's actions in the blood swamps, is now doomed to live as an AI. Devolf attacked and consumed countless worlds, growing stronger and renamed himself to the Dark Lord, so the sphere you're carrying is of Devolf himself. The father was forced to take action and fought with Devolf, defeating him and dooming him to live as a soul sphere. He was then placed in the Inmost Sanctum. There is a final Slayer gate in the Holt, and if you played it before the nerfs, you would remember that it was a huge pain in the ass. You had to fight 3 Archviles at the same time, 3 Bloodmakers, then 2 Doom Hunters, and finally a possessed Marauder who won't be stunned when shot, and while a fucking carcass spawns a fucking shield in front of your fucking face. This level is the pinnacle of the DLC. It's the hardest level of the entire game and will constantly punish you. The entrance to the Luminarium is protected with 2 tyrants, and one of them is possessed. Later Doom Hunter and a Bloodmaker spawns. This boss fight is hard to say the least. The first phase is shooting the Seraphim, second is killing the possessed Mancubus and Hell Knight and destroying both spirits, third is avoiding hazards while Keko demons spawn, fourth is the same as the first but with a Bloodmaker constantly spawning, and the final phase is killing a possessed Red Knight and Pain Elemental.
He was my servant. On my command, he removed me from this place. It is not required that you end his life. Your mission here is now your own. Consequences of your actions here are irreversible. Among them, the